Today we're going to talk about the Facebook security breach which leaked over 500 million of its users' phone numbers and personal data in 2019. The breach of the data you put on the internet can have a large impact in your life, depending on the sensitivity of the data. For example, if your physical address, phone number, birth date, and email address were leaked to a group of malicious attackers, you would give them more information to hack your online shopping site account by means of resetting your current password. In more severe cases, your credit card information may be stolen with the security breach, which leads to identity theft. In 2020, around 500,000 credit card fraud was reported, so it might not be as rare as you think. As Facebook expands its operation, there may come time when you put your credit card or bank information on your Facebook account to purchase a product. Therefore, it is important to know how your information can be leaked from Facebook and how you can minimize the risk of such incidents. SNS apps such as Facebook strives to make it easy for users to find and connect with friends through the search engine. Users, for example, can type in names, user IDs, and even phone numbers to search if a particular person owns an account with the SNS. This seemingly innocent effort to make the app user-friendly made a hole in Facebook security, leading to the data breach. The data breach is thought to be linked to a security vulnerability that was supposedly fixed in August 2019, which is a misuse of legitimate function on Facebook app. The attacker used the method called data scraping, which is a technique where a computer program extracts data from another program. Facebook used to allow users to search another user by phone numbers. The use of this legitimate function in the Facebook app let the malicious actors harvest the personal data of many users by an automated process. For example, a malicious attacker can put a random phone number and associate with it the name and personal data of the found account. Attacker can repeat this process until the desired number of data is collected. The stolen data can then be put into storage for later uses and analysis. For example, the attacker can create a network of close friends through the stolen data. If one person is interested in purchasing a particular product, then his or her friends are more likely to be interested in purchasing the same product than if they were not friends. So the attacker can sell this information to other companies to target a particular group of people to display the ads of that product on the web. As consequences, phone numbers and personal data of over 500 million were leaked. The Facebook stated that no financial and health information of users was leaked due to this data breach. Facebook claims the vulnerability was found and fixed, although the detail of what they found and how they fixed it has not been published. As a conclusion, the vulnerability originated from making the app too user-friendly. And one of the takeaways is that the developers should have been more concerned about the search option of the app. That is what users can type in to associated with a particular account. Users should also take cautions in what to put into their Facebook account and online in general. For example, you can use just an email address to create a Facebook account. Although users must agree on Facebook policy regarding the data privacy, these policies are rarely read by the users. Facebook, in addition to fixing the vulnerability in data breach, should make the policy easier to read for the users. So the first question that I like to ask is, what is the key ingredient in making SNS app user-friendly while still being resistant to data scraping? The second question I like to ask is, what can SNS users do so that the damage is minimum when their information is stolen?